welcome to Cheeky Crumbs. Today we're going to be making this gorgeous almond basket and all these little meringue mushrooms inside. They are gorgeous and yummy. So let's get started. What you're going to need, 2 dots. For the mushroom meringues, you're going to need 225 grams of sugar, 3 egg whites, and some cocoa powder for dusting. And you can use dark or white chocolate to attach the mushroom bodies to the mushroom head. For the almond basket, you're going to need 250 grams of sugar, 100 grams of toasted almonds, and 5 drops of lemon. Start by preheating your oven to 200 degrees Celsius. In an electric mixer or a bowl with your handheld mixer, you're going to put your egg whites and you're going to start whisking on medium speed. Once your egg whites are foamy like this, you're going to start and add your sugar. You're going to add your sugar really slowly, so like a couple of tablespoons, and then you keep whisking while you do it. So the egg whites are going to be whisking on medium speed. Add a couple of spoons, let it whisk, add a couple of spoons, let it whisk, and so on. Once your sugar has been all incorporated, with a spatula, just scrape the edges as sugar tends to settle in there. You see over here we have sugar deposited and we want all the sugar to be incorporated. So we're just gonna, with our spatula, help it all down, scrape the sides, and then we're gonna put the mixture back on medium-high speed and let it work for, I think, a good 5 more minutes. So we've reached this consistency and it's quite a stiff meringue, as you can see. So now we're going to transfer it to a piping bag. I like to place mine in a little container as it makes my life easier in filling it. So with my spatula, I'm just going to go ahead and fill it. And now we're ready to pipe. So for our mushroom tops, you're just going to squeeze out like a circle. And it depends how big or how tall you want it to be. This is about as tall as I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna make them a little flatter actually. So you just put your piping just like that. And meringues don't spread in the oven, so you can pipe them quite close to each other. Try and keep them the same size. I mean, easier said than done, obviously. And we're gonna remove the little points, but to avoid it, you can swirl around like that so they don't have that point, but we're gonna remove them later anyway. To make our stems, you can press down a little bit and then go up and away, just like that. So keep it pressed down just to create the base and then slowly move upwards and then spike off. Okay, so now to remove the little peaks, you can dip your finger in some water, just like that, and then you're gonna go and squash it, just like so. Now to give it a more realistic look, I like to sprinkle some cocoa powder on top of my mushroom heads. So just with a little sieve, put some cocoa powder and give it a good little sprinkle. Once you've sprinkled your cocoa powder, you are going to give it a good little blow. And don't worry, I mean, I got some on the stem, but it will just look like a little dirt, like you just picked it off the ground, so I'm happy with that. And now you're gonna put these in the preheated oven, which was at 200 degrees. As soon as you put these in the oven, you turn the oven off and you leave them in there for 2 to 3 hours, or you can leave them overnight also. While our mushrooms are in the oven, we can prepare the almond basket. You need a couple of things ready. You need a little cookie sheet, like a silicone mat, and 2 bowls, one larger than the other, and a rolling pin. If you have a metal one, that is ideal. I unfortunately don't, so this will have to do. And we're gonna move onto the saucepan to make our caramel. In a saucepan, better if it has a thick bottom. Mine is medium, but unfortunately I don't have anything better. You're gonna pour your sugar and we're gonna caramelize this. So just put it on the heat and let it go. At this point, you're gonna add 5 drops of lemon. And let it become a little darker still. At this point, you're gonna add in your toasted almonds and give it a good stir. So now we're gonna turn the heat off and move to our silicone mat. So now you're just gonna put this on your mat, just like that, and don't forget it's gonna be hot. And what you wanna do now is just take the mat and like fold it over so you keep the caramel and the nuts together. And you can kind of like fold the mat and squash it a little bit, and it will solidify pretty quickly. If you have a silicone rolling pin like I do, and you have to make your shape, like I've already rolled this out into the shape I like, make sure you put oil on it because otherwise the caramel will stick to it. And I also like to coat with a little bit of oil the inside of my bowl and the outside of my other bowl, just so it doesn't stick. Okay, so now you're gonna gently unstick it from the mat, and it's still a bit hot in the center, but the sides are okay. And you're just quickly going to transfer it into here. And we're gonna take our little bowl and just help it down because we don't want it to rip. Ha ha ha, hot. Don't worry, it's gonna get in there. It just needs a little time. There we go. Yay! And now we're gonna take that out. We're gonna place our bowl on top just to make it keep its shape. Woohoo, we did it! And you can eat the little excess pieces. So good. So now you're just gonna set that to the side and it's gonna cool. So here are our mushrooms. I left them in the oven for about 3 hours and they are cooked and nice. So what you're gonna have to do now is take a little sharp-edged knife and we're gonna take the mushroom tops, and all you want to do basically is make excavate a little round hole, I guess, just like that. I mean, it will come out easily. Okay, so that's hollow now, and then we're gonna take our stems and just chop the little end off. And basically what we're gonna do is attach them like that. And we're gonna use chocolate as our glue, but this is the end result, which I think looks so cute. So I have melted my chocolate. I'm gonna be using white chocolate, but you can use dark chocolate as well. And there are 2 ways of doing this. My way, because I don't wanna show the bottom of the mushroom, I'm gonna simply take my stem, dip the top part in a little bit of white chocolate, and then I'm just going to seal it like this on top. And then we're gonna have to let this dry, but this is our little mushroom. And the other way, which I don't love, but you can make it, is to get the dark chocolate, coat the bottom, so you don't have to make the holes. You take dark chocolate, you coat the bottom of your mushroom, and then you take your stem and you cut it a little more so it's nice and flat, and then you literally just plop it on like that. but I don't like to have the dark side of the mushroom underneath. I prefer it to be light and invisible seam. So that's how I'm gonna make it. So we've made all the little mushrooms and here they are. It's like a little field. They're so cute. And they actually look like real mushrooms. I mean, don't forget, real mushrooms are not perfect. And some of them are drying over there because they're a little slanted. Like, I mean, this one, it is so cool. Even if it doesn't stand, it is simply cute. And don't forget, we have this, which has now completely cooled. And yes, I will admit, I have eaten some of the edges, but it's really yummy. And so even if not all of them stand, they still look cute and they're gonna go in here. So don't you worry, we're gonna make this work. So here's our basket of mushrooms and they are gorgeous. They're so pretty. They look like real mushrooms and I really think the cocoa powder gives them that little dirt effect. And I like how you can't really see the seam, like unless you really look for it. But it looks really good, I think. And it was a good day mushroom hunting. And I mean, our basket is super pretty. I'm super excited and it's so yummy. I've eaten like the top part already. Whoopsie. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below how yours turned out, if you liked them, and let me know what you would like me to make in my future videos. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time.